This should be perfect. It's wide open, lots of rocks, and away from people. I don't want to try anything where I could hit someone.
Oh, this sounds exciting.
I know. Come on.
Being able to move the terrain's gonna be really useful for a scout.
Getting up high for good vantage.
Let's try it out for practice.
All right. See this rock? I'm gonna move it. Oh, awkward.
Maybe if you used words?
What? Tell the rock what to do?
Sort of.
It's not a dog.
Yeah, but just try it.
Fly! Oh, you are the worst. The worst! So, a mental cue. Some kind of emotional trigger.
You're thinking too hard about it. Maybe think less and feel more. Have fun. Go with what feels good.
Feels good. Right. Connection. Joy. Fun. You know, we would sometimes go to the shore of Lake Calenhad in summer. My friends and I would collect stones and see who could build the best rock fort. I bet my fort would be the best now. Oh. It worked! It worked! That was a great idea, Rook!
I provided encouragement, everything else was you.
But the encouragement was the thing. Well, I did it once. What's important is whether I can do it again. Either way, I think I'll need more practice with this. Don't you?
I wonder what's up there. Think you could find us a route?
Maybe. I'll take a look.
I bet you could move this to give us something to climb on.
Heard ya.
Well done. Let's find another rock for you to practice on.
Bliss in oneness. A voice, a chorus.
What?
I don't know. I was just saying something, wasn't I? Huh. Just came to me.
Clear a path for us?
You got it.
Look at that. You're getting good. Want to try another one?
Why not? Got it. There you go.
Practice is really helping, huh?
I might even be ready for a bigger challenge now. Right.
Over here.
So many rocks. And they feel different. That one's granite. That one's slate. I think that one might be quartz. I wonder if the rock's composition affects my magic. Sorry, just thinking out loud. let's get back to it. Practicing, I mean. I'm on it.
It's no trouble for you now.
I know. This is great. Of course.
Good work. You got the hang of this stone thing.
I'm definitely getting there.
What was that?
Someone's in trouble.
Over here, Harding. We need to move quick.
Please, someone! Is anyone out there?
Someone's in trouble. We need to go.
I can't move.
Hold on! Up over there. I bet that's where he is. There's no way up from here. Let's look around.
How about if you move this rock? There he is. Let's hurry. Easy.
Maker. I thought I was dead for sure.
How are you feeling? How's the leg?
Broken, I think. But I'm alive. And I'm grateful for that. The rocks. How did you do that?
Harding?
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Sister, I feel you, touched by the ancients as I was. Find me. Look to those closest to the stone, and find me.
Harding? What's wrong? What are you hearing?
I'm sorry. Let's just get our friend to safety, and then we'll talk. Ugh. Okay.
Thea told me you were fearless. Threatening the demon of Pyrantium to his face certainly proves it.
You know, it's actually the opposite. I'm afraid of what you are.
I'm brutally honest. She didn't mention that part.
I've seen demons. I know how they can corrupt. I know it won't even be your fault if it happens. But I won't let someone else turn on my friends. No matter how scared I am.
Good. Keep your bow close. Come on. Ilario will meet us at Cafe Pietra. It's not that far from here. We have time before he arrives. I wouldn't mind looking around a while. The markets are running. Good. I need to get some things while we're here. Treviso. I barely had time to look around when we returned from the ossuary.
This place, does it feel very different?
In some ways, more than I expected. But then, perhaps it's me.
The right finishing touches make a home.
Ah, here.
A potted plant?
For Harding's garden. Spearmint is supposed to calm bad dreams. It's good in desserts, too.
So you and Ilario are cousins?
Yes, but we're more like brothers. Katarina took us both in, a long time ago now.
Of course, of course.
Can I help you with anything? The Anthem almost shut us down because they don't like magic. But once I explained the vibrational harmonies, they let us.
Here's the place. Bellara mentioned the daedalus seafood recipe she wants to make.
The Demon of Virantium is grocery shopping for the team.
Have you seen what they eat? It's a miracle you didn't all starve before you hired me.
When we met, it didn't seem like Ilario and Katerina were close.
It was hard to be close to her, even for me. And I was her favorite. A good selection. Fresh fruit. Nev only eats fried fish. You'd think a detective would have discovered scurvy by now.
Is that everything on the list?
Yes, and Ilario should be here by now. Let's go before he gets himself in trouble.
Let me know if I can get you anything else.
You can't buy something for everyone but yourself. Here, this is for you.
A wyvern tooth dagger? I loved wyverns as a boy. Katarina would never let me have one of these, though.
Welcome. Mariana and I run the best fruit stand in Treviso.
Cafe Pietra is just ahead.
That's where we're meeting your cousin. Why not the casino?
House Cantori has many talents. Making coffee is not one of them.
Finally. I thought you might leave me here all by my lonesome.
Please. You think I'd ever pass up Cafe Pietra's coffee?
You see, Rook, my cousin is all stomach and no heart.
Don't mind him. Ilario cannot appreciate anything but himself. They serve a specialty roast here, Andoral's breath. Bitter and sweet, like a kiss goodbye. You should try it.
You just described my dream cup of coffee. Nobody's listening. Should we get to business?
There's still the one at table 3.
She just left to follow the waitress.
So, you have something?
The crows I sent after Sarah have picked up her trail. They say she's gone to Virantium.
If she was here in Treviso to kill Katerina, she can't be in Virantium already.
Rook's right. Zara's giving you a false lead, cousin.
You have better information?
We're compromised. There's no other way Zara could even touch Katerina. You need your eyes here, in Antiva.
Sarah would never be foolish enough to stay. Not with you out for blood.
Of course she would. If the crows protecting her are here.
Rook, reason with him, would you? He's being paranoid.
I am not paranoid. She came after me. She came after Katerina. She will come for you too.
If it'll make you feel better, I'll clean house, all right? Leave it to me.
He's gone.
Of course he is. Ilario always caves under pressure.
Zara's not going to get Ilario, and she's not getting away with anything she's done. I promise.
Don't promise. But thank you.
How's the coffee? As good as you remembered?
Better. I dreamed about this coffee for a year. They say taste and smell awaken our strongest memories. For so long, memories were all I had. But whatever the circumstances, the here and now is a much finer place to be. How's your coffee?
Strong enough to take down a god. Ready to head back to the lighthouse?
Almost.
Okay, we all know why we're here, right?
Make sure that the artifacts we calmed stay calmed. We know.
This should be easy. Yanarl, you and Strife take the first set. Irlin and Hamuel take the second. Rook and I will handle the rest.
I'm still a little confused about what I'm supposed to be doing.
Oh, of course you are. Sorry, sometimes I forget not everyone spends all their time studying ancient elven artifacts. We're going to check the crystal alignment, fade connection, and the lyrium reserves.
Has alignment ever been a problem? Even once?
It's not worth the risk. Even if it's only off by a little bit, we know what happens.
Happened once, and we can't even be sure the crystal alignment was why. Look, I know what you're saying, but maybe if
We check it every single time.
I'm sorry. You're right, Sorry.
Forget it.
Are you okay, Balara?
I'm fine.
It's my fault, really. I'm sorry, Balara.
Let's go. We want to get back quickly. Of course. See you soon.
So what was that all about?
What was what all about?
That tension. Seemed pretty heavy.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Here we are, the artifact vault. Or one of them, at least.
Looks like it's seen better days.
Repairing reality doesn't leave a lot of time for repairing walls. At least until someone falls through a hole in the floor. Random example. Okay, see those 2 power crystals?
Okay, new power crystal is in.
Great, and the artifact didn't collapse the room.
Was that a possibility?
Always is. And there we go.
So it's calmed now.
Should be, and it'll stay that way for a while. And in the meantime, it won't tear open reality. Okay, let's keep going.
Sure, sounds good. So, it's nice out at least. You know, ignoring that reality itself is paper thin here.
Hard to ignore that.
Right. Found one.
Great. Bring it over here and put it in the socket.
What did this artifact do? Before it was calmed, I mean.
It would bring flaming rocks down all around it, every 30 minutes. And for some reason, you'd hear chanting while it did it. Not sure what that was about. Okay, reserves replaced, which means there. Everything's looking good. Thank you, by the way, for helping out. You have better things to do, I know.
Yeah, sure. There's bigger problems out there. Doesn't mean this isn't important.
I appreciate that. Okay, one more to go. Not too far now. Thank you for giving me this chance to help people.
You were already kind of doing that as a veil jumper.
Sort of, but it was never as big, you know? As grand. Helping you. Well, we're helping lots of people. Everywhere. I like that.
So how do you calm an artifact anyway?
You have to cut it off from its power source, but carefully. Some of them like to try and blow up when you do it.
Hey, Rook.
What you need?
Never mind.
Found the other crystal.
Great, slot it in. There. Done.
You okay?
Oh, I'm fine. Or will be. It takes a lot out of you, all those little magic bits. Not hard, just exhausting. But it needs to be done, and done right.
Yeah, keeping reality from falling apart is important. But other Veil Jumpers can do this. Why not let them?
Because maybe then I can make up for it.
Make up for what?
For not being good enough when it counted. I'm sorry, I can't. Not right now.
Bellara, I'm,
My brother,
What?
back there. You asked me why I did this. Why I put myself out here. For him. For my brother. Wherever he is.
What happened to your brother?
Syrian. His name was Syrian. We were the same, you know? In a lot of ways. We wanted to learn everything. About Elvenon, the magic, the people, all of it. We heard about the Notister Thalin, figured it had the answers, or some of them. Then Arlathan started going wrong. I joined the Veil Jumpers to help people. And he kept looking, kept putting himself in danger. It should have been safe. I know, I checked that artifact 3 times. I guess it should have been 4. Artifact started pulsing. He was too close. I couldn't find my way in. They called him a hero. Wanted to make a statue. They thought it would make it all okay.
I'm sorry, doesn't feel like enough.
It's something, even if it doesn't fix it. Syrian, he felt responsible. For our people. For me. My little brother. He thought he needed to take care of me. He called me Vora Shivan. Hummingbird in Elven. Said it was because I could never sit still. But he loved me for it. Said it kept him thinking. Trying to keep up. And he helped me too. He kept me focused, anchored. And now he's gone. Because I wasn't good enough.
It's not your fault. You have to know that.
Then why does it feel like it was?
You lost someone important. Guilt's part of that. But if you don't learn to get past it, You'll drown.
I wish it were that easy. I've tried. Told myself I couldn't have done anything, and my head believes it. But my heart doesn't. So I try to make up for it. Honor him. Learn about our people. Find the truth. Maybe when I do, I'll feel it.
Feel what?
That he forgives me. And that I deserve it. We should head back. Rook. Thank you for being here.
A sharp eye, a quick mind, and luck. That's most of the job.
So, do you think I could become one? An investigator?
It takes a certain amount of focus, too.
Oh, okay, well, maybe not then. I still can't believe it. I'm talking to the Nev Gallus.
And that's sweet, but I don't need the flattery.
Right, just a person I'll try to remember.
Rook, here to join us.
What are you two up to?
We're talking, just two normal people talking about things. You know, very casually.
It turns out Balara knows my work. Or at least the parts that make the papers.
It all sounds so exciting. The things you've done, the people you've helped.
Those are the ones that go well. You don't hear about the rest. Everyone wants a scandal. Or a happy ending.
Or both, like the time you told the Marquis to—
Hold on. I don't think Rook's interested in that story.
Rook's a little interested.
Look, I'd love to, honest, but that story needs the right atmosphere. After dark over bad coffee, or expensive wine. Take your pick.
Speaking of, what's the situation with cooking exactly? Are we on a rotation or what? I can help out. I'm a pretty good cook, with some things at least. Well, most of the time. Sometimes I get distracted and things burn.
There's no official rotation. Everyone just makes extra food when they get hungry.
Do you mostly cook Dalish foods? I haven't had a chance to try many.
Sometimes. Not a lot of options when you're out in the forest. But I've learned a lot of different cooking styles. And Tivin, Rivani. Oh, I even learned how to make Tevinter Khachapuri.
Wait, real khachapuri? The hollowed out bread? 3 kinds of cheese? I love khachapuri. What about you, Rook? What are you craving?
Anything. I'm not too picky.
Really? Maybe we'll surprise you. But the good kind of surprise, for once.
You should have an assistant. Someone to make sure it doesn't burn. See if it tastes right. That sort of thing.
Nev Gallus? Helping me cook?
Again, the flattery.
Right, just a person. Got it.
Great. Now, let's see what we can scrounge up.
You've been quiet?
I know. Just thinking. But I said we'd talk, didn't I? I heard a voice after we saved that man. It told me I was touched by the ancients and that I should seek it out. Seek her out.
Do you think this voice has answers about your magic?
She must! What if she's like me? Maybe that's why only I heard her. She said to look to those closest to the stone to locate her.
Meaning?
The children of the stone. Dwarves. Not surfacers like me, but the ones from the deep roads. Maybe there are other people down there with magic.
I'd like for you to get the answers you're looking for.
Me too. I know some people in Orzammar. I'll reach out. If I hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
Abundance.
Rook, do you have a minute?
Of course. Something wrong?
Thea wants to meet.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
She wants to plan Katerina's funeral.
Oh. Right.
If you don't mind, I could use some backup. In case Spike gets out of hand.
Let's not keep Taya waiting.
Good, you're here.
Thank you for making the arrangements, Thea.
For Katerina? How could I do otherwise? I'm so sorry, Lucanis. This must be such a blow. Rook, thank you for coming with him. I need Juan de la Muerte to plan this. His cousin has been no help at all.
I'm sorry, Thea. This is just too much right now.
If there's anything I can do, just say the word.
You're such a dear. I hope these two are paying attention.
Thea, don't flirt with my colleague.
Jealous. Fine. To business, then. There's a lot to plan. But first, I need the ashes.
Ashes?
Make it help us. Yes, the ashes. Katerina's ashes. From the cremation?
Oh, yes, of course. I'll get them to you right away.
Hilario, what happened?
What do you mean?
Katerina, how? How did the Venatori get to her? When? Where? In the estate? In the city? How did they get past our people? What did they use? Poison? Blades? I need to know.
Cousin, stop. You can't dwell on this. It'll drive you mad.
I'm not dwelling. Zara killed the first Talon. I have to know how if I'm going to stop her.
I told you. I'm handling it.
Boys, enough of this. We have other things to discuss.
My apologies, Andrea. Continue without me. I'll get you the ashes.
How are you holding up?
I'll be fine. Better once we kill Zara Renata. It's him I'm worried about.
Hilario can be a handful. But this? The only time I've seen him like this was when Lucanis died. You're worrying, aren't you? What will people say if they hear the demon of Virantium has a big, soft heart?
He's been careless at times, but never when his own life was on the line. Zara took down the first Talon. Anyone could be next. And my cousin doesn't want to think about it?
You have a point. It's not like Hilario to ignore a knife coming at him.
What do you need from me for the funeral?
Come. I'll get us some drinks and we can make the arrangements.
Our house owes you for handling all of this.
Katerina was family. Can you imagine what she'd say if she saw us all like this?
She'd be furious, especially at Hilario, as usual.
I barely know your cousin, and he already seems like trouble to me.
Oh, he is. I've lost count of the times I've had to pull him out of the fire on the job.
He's a good assassin. Most jobs don't have as many fires as yours do. I'll have my people keep an eye on him for you.
Thank you, Thea.
Go on. I'll let you know if something comes up.
Trouble in the Anvalanim. Darkspawn.
But those tunnels are safe passage for...
I know. We've had to close that entrance.
We can help. We recently had to deal with Blight. Those Darkspawn have to be destroyed before they get out into the city.
If you get through, signal the all clear at the hidden door.
This is troubling. Darkspawn in the city.
And in one of the worst places. The shadows rely on those tunnels to rescue people.
But why is it called that? On Valanim, it's the ancient elven word for womb.
Huh. Interesting.
See you again.
Found all this myself. Treasure. Don't touch, unless you're buying. Sorry, do I know you?
The Anvalanim should have an entrance this way. The passage is hidden by a wall carving. Keep an eye out. Venatori. Why are they so close to the shop?
We'll bleed you.
There. Is that the wall carving you mentioned?
That's the one. There's a switch behind the serpent's head on the left.
Got it.
It's so dark and narrow and kind of damp.
Don't like the sound of that. That did it. We can get through now.
I hate tunnels. Let's kill those Shadow Dragon rats.
Watch ahead.
So I can leave this place. Shadow Dragon agents. They're down here with us. Get them. Reinforcements.
Reinforcements. We can't let them reach the Shadow Dragon hideout. Even more Venatori. We have to take out the leaders. Still blocked. There's another boil somewhere.
Those Darkspawn and Venatori were on the same side.
I know. And that worries me. At least that seems to be the last of them.
It should be safe for the shadows to use the entrance again.
Let's find it and tell them to open up.
There it is. The hidden entrance back into the shop.
It's Rook. All clear down here.
Nice work. I'll get the door. Good that you're still standing. Best let Asher know.
How did the Venatori even know about the shop? Isn't it supposed to be secret?
We help the people in Docktown. They know where we are. Someone might have talked about the shop. People spreading rumors, that's easy to handle. But Darkspawn? That's different.
You really saved our skins there, Rook. Those Darkspawn could have destroyed us.
It wasn't just Darkspawn. Venatori were there too, and they weren't fighting each other.
How is that possible? Darkspawn attack all living things.
Darkspawn are blighted. If the gods control the blight, they might control the Darkspawn.
Darkspawn or Venatori makes no difference. We'll defeat them all.
If you're looking for answers about the Venatori, I may have a lead. A warehouse on the other side of the city. Lots of cult activity. And some of them were spotted headed towards a shop. Could be a coincidence, or it could be something more.
It's worth a look.
Agreed. Rook?
Let's go.
One day you'll move.
Nice to see the Vipers still making waves around the city.
He made his name freeing slaves and supporting their rebellions. He won't stop until slavery ends in Tevinter.
He'll be back.
Decorations? Beautiful things to bring warmth and joy.
So, the Viper's real name is Asher?
A middle name. He calls himself Viper for first impressions, or so he says.
What do you mean?
Asher just doesn't have the same impact, does it?
Okay. Thanks for stopping.
Venatori, we have to be getting close to their hideout. More Venatori. They're probably here to keep intruders out.
Locked. There has to be another one. Someone's mad about their fellow Venatori leaving the rooftop passage open.
So weird when Venatori talk about normal things, like leaving doors open.
It would be a convenient way to get inside.
Trouble coming.
Let's keep moving before more of them come crawling out. Lots of Venatori. We must be close. That's all the Venatori guarding the place. Someone conveniently left the rooftop entrance open again.
Sounds like someone doing magic. Not the good kind either. Chanting's never good.
Darkspawn.
How?
We stop them, then we...
They're using magic to control that darkspawn. We have to stop it.
That's all of the Darkspawn and Venatori. Let's search the place, figure out what they were doing. This note. Knight Commander Lenos of the Minrathous Templars is being paid off by Venatori.
Damn it.
This explains the Darkspawn we keep finding in the catacombs.
At least they don't know where the Shadow Dragons are. Exactly.
Look at this. Draining into the tunnels below the city, perhaps.
One more way the Venatori released blight into our tunnels. I'll tell the other shadows.
Gods gave the Venatori a relic they can use to control Darkspawn.
Hey, Rook. Is everything all right in there? Rook, I thought I'd see if you needed help. Did you find anything in there?
The risen gods taught the Venatori how to control Darkspawn. Explains why the hideout was attacked.
We found documents from the Knight Commander. I knew he was crooked. I didn't think he was actually a Venatori.
Let's head back to the shop. We'll discuss things there.
We managed to catch the stragglers fleeing the warehouse.
They'll think twice before coming back here. What else did you find?
The Venatori serve Elganon and Gillenane like we thought. They gave the cult control over Darkspawn.
Great. Sounds like the Venatori are going to be even more trouble.
Is there something I can do? The Risen Gods are my responsibility too.
It's good that you're back. You know more about the Risen Gods than anyone. Not surprising, since you technically set them loose in the first place.
Now, let's not dwell on past mistakes. The cult has its hooks deep in the city. Venatori backers sit in the Magisterium chambers, and now they wield power given to them by the gods. We'll have to get along if there's any chance of surviving this.
May, what are you doing here? You promised you'd lay low.
Tried it, didn't much care for it.
Who are you? And can we trust you?
Look at that. There are bounds to my infamy after all. Refreshing.
Rook's been working with us. Mevaris is one of the Shadow Dragon leaders.
Mevaris Talani, formerly Magister Mevaris Talani, at your service.
Wait, formally?
My enemies conspired to have my magisterium seat stripped from me. We can talk about it later, if you want. My concerns feel petty when stacked against risen gods. The Shadow Dragons have a lot to discuss, but you, Rook, are expected at the Swan.
Me? The Cobbled Swan, why?
The First Warden is here to speak with you.
The First Warden? Let's hope we actually get some help with the Blight.
Come back when you can. I think we'll need your help again.
I am Jowen Glastrom, First Warden and Supreme Commander of Weishaupt. I received word of your team's request for Grey Warden assistance after an incursion of the Blight at Demeter's Crossing.
You're a Shadow Dragon, I hear. A criminal organization of Tevinter insurgents. I was not surprised to learn that you are wanted for numerous offenses, including theft, murder, and wanton destruction of property.
Theft? You mean rescuing enslaved people? Murder? You mean the Venatori cultists who enslaved those people?
And destruction of property?
Just felt like it.
Fine. All I want to know is how a Minrathous crook unleashed the Blight.
I was stopping an elven god from bringing down the Veil and destroying the world.
An elven god?
Fen'Harel, the Dreadwolf. He goes by Solus. He's got a lot of names.
I did not come here to listen to fairy tales. I am here because of the Blight.
It's no fairy tale. When we stopped Solus, something got out. According to the Veil Jumpers, it was the elven gods Elganon and Gillenane. And they're not just evil. They're blighted. The point is that the gods are making the Blight worse. Demeter's Crossing was just the start. That's why we need the Grey Wardens.
It is clear that whatever you did to unleash the Blight has corrupted your already weak mind.
Okay, wait.
You will be taken to Weishaupt and placed under heavy guard until the danger you caused by unleashing the Blight passes.
Are you kidding me?
I assure you, I am deadly serious.
I don't have time to sit here and stroke your ego. You need to shut up and listen. The threat is real. The gods are coming, and they're bringing the Blight with them.
Let me tell you something about the Blight. It is evil, it is implacable, and above all, it is predictable.
The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do. And we will do so without you causing confusion with your deranged conspiracy theories. I suggest you come along quietly.
Adamant Fortress 941, Dragon. The Grey Wardens attempted to raise an army of demons. Hardly the models of good judgment yourselves, are you?
Everyone knows Warden Commander Clarel acted alone at Adamant Fortress.
Acted alone, you say? Imagine if everyone were to see the letter I discovered where you authorize her actions. I wonder how that might complicate the narrative.
Are you prepared to risk the security of the Grey Wardens for this deluded boy?
You may be surprised to learn that I care very little about the security of the Grey Wardens.
Stay away from the Blight, and do not pester the Grey Wardens with any more of your nonsense.
He seems upset. Was it something I said?
Who are you? Why do you have dirt on the Grey Wardens?
I was at Adamant. Magister Dorian Parvis, at your service. A mutual friend thought you might require some support.
Mayvaris Talani? Of the Shadow Dragons?
The very same.
I've heard other Shadows talk about you, but your relation to us was never entirely clear to me. You one of us? Or just a powerful ally?
That depends on your point of view. Perhaps you've heard of the Lucerni.
Lightbringers. A political faction pushing for change in Tevinter.
Started by Mayvaris and I, yes. After she was framed for treason, the faction was dissolved, ostensibly. Mayvaris Tilani is not a woman who surrenders easily. She just took the Lucerni underground.
Oh. Bring the light.
She protected me. Kept my name spotless so I could remain in the Magisterium as her eyes and ears. So, one of you, or just an ally? Which do you think?
The First Warden's a problem. If he won't help, I need him to stay out of my way.
I'm sure he'll show up again. Like an ulcer. For now, pay him no mind. No Grey Warden worth the name sits in a Menrathus lounge sipping wine. You need the Wardens? Look for the ones out there fighting the Blight. In the meantime, the Shadow Dragons will keep a close watch on the Venatori. Good luck. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Only the veil stood between us and a world of blighted darkness. But on this side, the gods could only tap a trickle. They had to turn that trickle into a flood. They sure could have used Solus's dagger to rip open the Fade. But some foolish mortal had taken it. So, they'd have to create a dagger of their own. Drowning the world in blight was just a matter of time.
I need to talk to Varric.
There you are. I haven't seen much of you lately. I was getting worried. Everything all right? Wait, that dagger. I've seen it before.
Solus was using it at the ritual site.
No, before that. Shit, it can't be. Look at it, Rook.
I've been fidgeting with this thing since I picked it up, Varric. I know what it looks like.
That blighted chunk of lyrium is what started all this. In more ways than one. If I hadn't found it in the deep roads... You remember the story. One carved idol of red lyrium made its way to the surface and all hell broke loose.
It can't be the same one, can it?
Oh, look at it. It's changed, but it's the same size. Same ring at the top. Not to mention, it's pure lyrium. No one, not even the dwarves in Orzammar, work pure lyrium like that. It's too dangerous.
If that's true... If this dagger is the red lyrium idol from your story, how did Solus cleanse it of the blight?
I have no idea. I can't believe you found it.
Oh, hey, Rook. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
You seem a little more comfortable with your new abilities. How are you feeling?
Things are weird, but I'm adjusting, I think. That's not what I came in here for, though.
All right, Harding. What's on your mind?
So, the Wardens. I know some. A married couple Varric and I met while we were tracking Solus.
I'd almost forgot about that. I really am getting too old for this shit.
You think they'll talk to us? After the first Warden and everything?
It's worth a try. I can write them and hope.
Okay. Let's see who's in our corner.
So, Scout Harding glows now? Is that a thing everyone's doing, or just her?
This was with my things. It looks like your handwriting. I didn't read it. Well, a couple of words. I thought it might be one of mine. I don't even know how it got there.
It's those wisps. I need more wards.
Oh, I can help with that.
I started this. I'll deal with it.
Solus lived here. The Dreadwolf. He was gonna have quirks.
Solus is the worst tenant I followed, and that's saying something.
Maybe they like you.
Do you follow the chantry? The pendant. I noticed it's Andrastian.
I barely keep the holidays. It's from an old job.
Oh, which one? Maybe I read about it in a Tevinter paper.
I'm barely in the papers.
Oh, but when you are, it's on the edge of something exciting. What about that one story with the demon, the diamond, and the deadbeat magister? Oh, they mentioned you twice.
That was a hit piece.
That's awful.
It was against the Magister. I was the footnote.
Still.
The job got done. Of course, it would have gone smoother, but the client ratted me out to the demon.
What?
It's always something. Funny how that didn't make the print. Tell me you read the rest of the paper, too?
Oh, yes. Sometimes they have these stories, serials. They're thrilling, except they come out in pieces. I only see a few papers a year. I never know how the stories end.
Happily ever after. Why not, right?
Aren't you some sunshine?
Some shadows are optimists.
I hope you're right.
All right, Belle. You get me the name of your serial. I'll try and track the ending. No promise on the happy part.
That's fine.
I'd like to go back anyway. Spend time in Darktown, pick up gossip.
Want company?
Why not? Ready to go when you are.
Palos' fried fish is to die for. Where does he?
Candle. They carry messages through the city. Is this for us? Strange. Wants us to find more. Are we here for the Shadow Dragons?
I trade news with the Shadows, but it takes more than one source to get along here. Besides, I was doing this before they came knocking, before Varric, too, right here in Docktown.
Nothing like coming back to the city.
You miss it.
Is it weird if I say yes?
We've all got our hang-ups.
There are people here who matter to me. Who will always matter to me.
It doesn't let go easy. Come on. There's paper sellers all over here.
Want to see if they got your name right?
Most papers don't say much, but read between the lines and you pick up a thing or two. I'm not here as much lately. I'll take what news I can get. Let's grab a few copies. We'll see if we can find Balara's cereals, too. All right, let's go.
So, before Varric, before the Shadows, you worked for...
Same as now. People who find me and have jobs worth taking. Docktown people, runaways, the desperate.
And you do this on your own?
I've got contacts, informants, people I cross paths with, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's just me. Okay, keep an eye out for paper sellers. We'll start on the north side of Lower City.
How many do we need?
Don't worry, I'm paying. Let's get started.
The best word in
Take a paper.
Docktown, right
Thanks.
here.
This one quotes several magisters, several lies.
How did you fall in with the Shadows?
I'd worked with some of them before. Not that they were upfront about it.
What changed?
I was after a missing person. The Viper was hunting slavers. Our paths had the same end.
And your missing person?
Free and breathing when we finished.
The Viper!
The Shadows
More than
brought
one
me in
person.
after that.
You'll read it here first.
One, please.
Viper
I'll
spotted at a
save
local
this one
fish
for the
fry.
Viper.
So most of the time you work here alone. You like it that way?
It's easier.
But you like us, right?
Here's what we know.
You're all right.
What
happened in Martis Hell? First-hand account.
I've got a contact who works this area. Let's see if he's around.
You've got a good eye. I'm starting to think my good neighbours like... Okay. The charm's good against all manner of curses and manipulation. Fair price. And you won't find better in the Circle District.
You won't find better at the Circle, but you will off the docks. For half the price and twice the enchantment.
Nev. Alec?
Oh, if you say it's... thanks. I'll pass. Sorry.
Hey, if I'd known, I would have told you. Come back next week. I'll buy another paper.
I write them myself. The Magisters. They don't print the truth.
Most honest thing I'll hear today. What about you? Is it something you're buying, my friend?
Rook. And try someone else.
Hey, I'll be fair with you. What about you, Nev?
Just looking for gossip.
Not much that'd interest you.
We chased a relic through Docktown. The buyer was Venatori, but the smuggler belonged to the Thread Crime Syndicate. You're a Thread?
We don't deal with cultists. Your smuggler broke the rules. She's out.
And the Venatori?
There's been more in Docktown. Boss says it's under control. But between us, I don't like it.
Then it's worth keeping an eye on. If you hear anything.
So will you.
You know a member of the Thread Crime Syndicate? Personally?
Don't tell me you're surprised.
I thought you'd be on opposite sides.
Nothing's that easy. They're a problem, and they keep worse problems away. Whether we're on the same side depends when you ask. But we've got more to see. Let's go. If we want more gossip, we need more papers. Let's head to the south side.
You've lived in Docktown your whole life?
Since I was born. Unless I'm out of the city for a job. Had a few apartments around town. The current one, it's not the lighthouse, but it's mine.
What happened in Martis Pell? First-hand account.
You've been an investigator for a while.
It's not a short story.
We've made it this far. Is there a secret?
Trust people enough to get things done, not enough to get you killed.
I guess that works.
Until it doesn't.
The best cereal in Minrathous. The latest chapter is here. Circle District gossip. Read the latest.
One of Belle's cereals. Great. You know, Varric hired me not far from here. Come on, Slick. Stop a ritual. Save the world. It'll be fun.
Read it here first.
Should have said no.
Paper.
The real
Thanks.
news in Docktown. Get it here.
I think we've got enough.
What now?
Now I'm starving, and I know the best place in the city.
Doing all right?
Huh? Yeah. I'm good.
The lighthouse doesn't have this.
What?
A view of the water. I don't know, it helps me think. But We've got places to be. Come on.
You! This fish won't eat itself. I said next time you were here, it was free.
Sure thing, Hal. Next time.
Yeah, it's always something.
Joining Varric. Us. Do you really wish you'd said no?
No. I just have a bad habit of picking jobs that go sideways. You think I'd learn?
You said you'd take jobs worth taking.
That's what I tell myself.
This one was. The rest, we figure out as we go.
Varric said this job would end with Solus. We'd stop a ritual, then I'd walk away. But those gods escaped. Not much of a win. And if the world falls, the city goes too. It's not like I'll find work then.
Is that why you said yes? To save Minrathous?
People will tell you Minrathous is broken. And they're right. It's corrupt, petty. Saving the world won't fix it. I take the small wins, Rook. Hal's serving fish another day, getting past the next scrape alive. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes you get more. But the tables always turn. It's better if you know it's coming.
Sometimes luck sticks.
You believe that? Then I've got a Treviso manor to sell you needs a good tenant.
I'm not a mark. I'm serious.
I know. We managed to keep out of trouble. Let's get back before that changes.
Wardens Evka and Antoine answered our letter. They're willing to talk.
In the middle of nowhere?
Where the first warden won't notice. But if they don't listen...
Your distraction worked. Could have said it when we were farther away.
Désolé, I didn't say it was a good plan. Ah, you made it! Harding, we meet again.
Antoine, Evka, you look well.
And you must be Rook. Heard some colorful things about you.
I know. But you showed up anyway.
Well, your letter was... desperate.
Harding?
What? Aren't we desperate?
Let's hear what you've got to say.
The elven gods are changing the Blight. Darkspawn too. There was a village, Demeta's Crossing. They overran it with the Blight in a snap. We saw the aftermath.
Whatever they're planning, it's bad. And if it involves the Blight, we need Warden help.
A change. Manipulation. That could explain. But...
You believe me?
That the elven gods are here, and... it's a lot to accept. But we've been looking into oddities with the Blight ourselves. It's... altered. I can feel it. And your story...
A lot lines up.
Whatever you've heard from the First Warden, we're trying to help.
Yeah, we're getting that.
If the First Warden believes that village was an aberration, or that it did not happen as you say...
We're not exactly the First Warden's favorites. Your word and our theories won't win the whole order.
So what do we do?
If the Darkspawn are changing, Davrin might help. Even among Wardens, he's known as a monster hunter. He got pulled on a mission. Not sure what, but it's farther into the mountains. We can get you a rough location.
I married someone with good advice. You find Davrin, and we'll keep after the Blight.
Thank you. Both of you.
You can thank us if this works out.
Travel safely. We'll be in touch.
Well, I'd say we found the camp. So did some Darkspawn, looks like.
Fire's still going.
Were they ambushed? Easy, boy. I'll be damned. A griffin.
Trouble is, he's not sure what you are. Neither am I.
Rook. Evka and Antoine sent us. We're looking for Davrin.
You found him. Mind telling me why you smell like Darkspawn? Griffins hunt Darkspawn.
You've got bigger problems than us. We found Blight on the tent.
What? Where are Lancet and Remy?
The camp was empty when we got here.
Hassan, to the trees!
We can help.
Try to keep up.
He's caught a scent. Follow the squawks.
I thought griffins were extinct.
We want the world to think that. It's why we're training in the middle of nowhere. Hassan, don't get too far ahead.
That felt like a no.
If he even listens, has a mind of his own. He spotted something.
Those are definitely Darkspawn.
Dead Darkspawn. These are part of the training.
Hassan was half right?
There's no time for half wrong. Hassan, we're looking for live Darkspawn.
He understands.
Not sure he understands anything but dinner. Keep on it, Hassan. They're around here somewhere.
How do we get up that?
The Griffins have been training for this sort of thing. Let's see if Hassan was paying attention. Hassan, hit that!
Wow, you teach him that?
No, Lancet and Remy did. They're the Griffin Whisperers.
So you're the bodyguard?
Griffins are the Warden's greatest legacy. Someone has to protect them. Hold up. There's the Darkspawn. Let's get in there.
You know, I hate fighting these things.
That's why it's a job for professionals. Remy, where are you?
Remy, where are you hurt?
Everywhere. A monster came out of nowhere. Darkspawn were following it. Lancet ran ahead.
It's back?
Davrin, remember. A light touch. Asan's still learning.
You're the trainer.
Not anymore.
We have to keep going. Let's get through here. Those two statues are the spare key. Line up the symbols.
What did you mean by it's back?
Something's stalking Grey Wardens. We call it the Gloom Howler. I'm hunting it. Started happening 7, 8 months ago. Darkspawn obey it. There's some kind of hold over them. Hassan, on me! No time for hide and seek, Hassan. This is real.
Asan! That's Elven for arrow.
Elby grows into it.
More Darkspawn here.
Lancet's trying to stop the Gloom Howler. It's going after the other Griffins.
Wait, other griffins?
Whole family. Hassan's brothers and sisters.
The bridge is out.
This place is falling apart. There's a ladder up there. That's our way through this. Good job!
Electric Rook! Darkspawn!
Make this quick. We have to get through here. Hassan can help in the fight.
Oh, that one's big. Watch out!
I see it!
That sounds bad.
It's coming from the area. There's an elevator we can use to get up there. seen Darkspawn this bold. Unless there's a blight.
There's a blight.
The Wardens told you this?
I told them. Your first Warden doesn't want our help.
He's a stubborn one.
So why does the Gloom Howler want griffins anyway?
The real question's how it knows about them. Up until now, it only went after Wardens. Now it shows up here with a rabble of Darkspawn? These griffins are a secret. Keep moving. The area's not far. That was the last one. Damn it, it's Lancet. I want this thing's head on a pike.
What is that?
Meet the Gloom Howler. Exploding Darkspawn? What is this?
Like I said, this blight's different. Everything's wrong.
I can hear the other Griffins. Let's get in there.
More griffins?
We have to get them out of there.
Can't. Some kind of blood magic on these locks. It's okay, Highness. Calm down. You too, Rumtail. We'll come back for both of you. Heads up. We've got one more dark spot. Mean looking. Yellow, you want. You're not taking these griffins. Stormwind, I'll be back for you. They're up there. Don't worry, Big Tooth. We'll get you out.
so it can talk.
I'll spill mine before that happens.
And I'll collect, Warden, on both of you.
Leave these animals alone. They aren't yours.
They've always belonged to me. Mortal threats are a dull blade.
There are only 13 griffins alive in Thetis. That monster just took 12 of them.
What if we could help get them back?
I'd ask, what's the catch?
I need a monster hunter. For the Blight to end all blights.
The first Warden agreed to this?
The First Warden is wasting time treating this like any other blight. We can't wait for him to take action.
Going against Weishaupt's orders?
I don't have a choice. There are powerful mages behind all this, and we have to hunt them down.
Well, you did save Hassan back there, so you're no lightweight. And if you can help get the other griffins back...
He likes the idea?
He's hoping you brought food. All right. Come on, Hassan. Let's get to know our new friends. So this is where you live, huh? In the Fade?
Yeah, it's cozy. And the gods can't find us here.
Right. Never going to get used to that.
We'll find you and Hassan a nice... What's wrong?
Everything's wrong. Treviso and Minrathis are both under attack.
Blighted dragons. 2 of them. 1 for each city.
Damn it. So the dragon at Demeter's Crossing wasn't the only one.
You got back just in time.
Then grab your gear and let's go.
Go where? We cannot be in 2 places at once. Treviso's a merchant city. It has no defenses, and the canals run everywhere. If we don't stop that dragon, people will die. Innocent people. My people. They either die right away from the dragon, or slowly after, from blight in the water. We need to go to Treviso.
And leave Minrathis to burn?
Nev.
You're a shadow, Dragon Rook. You know the Viper, Tarquin, every damn shadow. We'll fight to the end, but people will get hurt, or worse. And if we fail, the Venatori will take advantage. They'll make a push for the throne, and hand the gods the entire Tevinter Empire.
Is there any chance we can...
Damn it! There's no time! It's my city. Our city. I need to be in Minrathis.
And I must go to Treviso. Go where you feel you must, Rook. We cannot wait.
What's our move, Rook?
We help Nev in Minrathis.
But the Treviso civilians...
Yeah, I know. I don't like it either. But if the Venatori take control of Tevinter, it's going to get a whole lot worse. That said, 2 of you should go to Treviso, see if you can help Lucanus get the civilians to safety. And we'll head to Minrathis.
Understood.
Let's all try to make it through this alive, all right? circling the Anderalis grounds. Gotta hurry.
It's attacking!
I was expecting it to be bad, but...
We have to find Neb. She'll know what to do.
They mean to stop us. Your lord commands death.
She's gonna destroy the city if we don't stop her.
Rook, about time.
You knew I'd come.
It's your city too.
The dragon's tearing up the city, and the Venatori are taking advantage of the chaos to seize control. I've heard they've made it all the way to the Archon's palace.
Forget the Venatori for now. We need to stop the dragon. We can't fight it while it's flying. We need to ground it. If we can keep it here, we can stop it from destroying the city.
All right. Let's see if I can get its attention.
Witness! Witness the handiwork of
Chaos, decay, the past in ruin, and the last few mortal servants of the Dreadwolf.
Gillenane.
We need only one thing from you. Surrender it, and you may go. Give up the Dreadwolf's dagger.
Come get it.
By force, then. Whatever remains of you will become my new creations.
I didn't expect him like a dragon. What do we do now?
Probably Kate.
We have toyed with these mortals long enough. Your strength is needed elsewhere. Hear my voice and return.
It's gone, but it's wounded.
We were so close. I know we can beat that thing. If only we were faster. Or figured out its weaknesses a little quicker.
And maybe keeping it on the ground would give us more time.
Take the win. Dragon's still out there, but it could have been worse. It would have been worse if you weren't here.
What about Treviso? There's a dragon there, right? We might make it in time.
Let's go. Hold on, Lucanis. We're on our way. We chased away the dragon in Minrathous. Did you kill the one?
We did not.
That monster flew around the city for hours before it left, utterly out of reach.
It rained ice on the city and spread blight in the canals. Treviso survives for now, as do the crows. But
we came as quick as we could after Minrathous.
there was little chance. However fast you came, the gods timed their invasion well.
I thought it would be faster. I thought...
Rook, you know Grey Wardens. Can they do anything about the blighted canals?
Maybe not right away. They'll have their hands full with the gods.
Just send them word, please.
We will not be idle. There are people to save and Antam to be made examples of. The city must know who did this. Give us time, Rook. If you truly wish to help, the crows will have work.
The others, Nev, are they all right?
They are.
Then I can focus on Treviso. Once we find our footing, the blood of these gods will flow.
Blighted dragons, Darkspawn obeying the Venatori. Maybe Solus will know something.
Where are you from?
All over. Wherever.
They were traders, diplomats?
Mercenaries. We were all over Rebane. I want to see.
Look at what the Blight's done to this place.
I can't believe you found the end to my cereal. The poison was inside the ring.
Glad it worked out.
It did. Well, not for the poison drinker, but he murdered the neighbor's cat, so for the cats... Anyway, Rook was right. Happily ever after.
Can't keep the two of you down. And when you don't read the sequels, those endings stick.
There's a sequel? Have you read it?
No, but trust me. Tragedy sells in Minrathous. More story? Better chance things go sideways.
The Anta make demands, friends, but so do the crows. That are protectors of me. They are...
The market is a field hospital now. Good to see the sick and injured are being treated.
Saying you missed out on the dragon excitement we had. Although I'm glad you helped the Shadow Dragons.
You're not upset I chose to go to Minrathous?
Of course not. If the Shadow Dragons need a minder, who am I to deny them? Seriously though, I have a niece in the dragons. Thank you for your help, whatever you give it.
What? You're hungry? I found a yam in the kitchen. Stubborn just means you'll starve.
Trouble settling in?
Doing the best I can. My job was to keep the Griffins safe, not fix their dinner.
I meant Hassan.
Oh. I guess we're both adjusting.
What's the history between Grey Wardens and Griffins?
Back in the day, Grey Wardens raised them as aerial cavalry. When a blight got going, Wardens rode them into battle. Eventually, war took its toll. They died out.
Then where did Hassan and the others come from?
Way I heard it, someone found a journal a few years back that mentioned a secret clutch of eggs. They'd been hidden for centuries, protected by a ward. Started hatching and out came 13 talkative griffins. Now, down to just one.
Well, a confused griffin should fit right in around here.
Appreciate it. There's no training manual for them anymore.
I guess we'll figure it out together.
Griffins don't trust easily. Lancet and Remy had to work to win them over. They said a warden and a griffin have to move as one. Think as one. They call it Turlum. Sort of unity. But now, they're both dead.
Why'd the Gloomhowler attack the Eyrie?
I intend to find out. First it stalks wardens. Now it's after the griffins.
Don't worry. You and I have a deal. We'll find them.
Appreciate that. Though it sounds like you've got your hands full around here.
Just a tad.
Elgar'nan and Gillenane. Hard to believe.
Can't be easy hearing that your own gods are ending the world.
Elves have enough trouble. Don't need this on our heads too. But I have to say, killing a monster is one thing. Taking down the goddess of all monsters and the god of vengeance while you're at it?
Every life in Thedas depends on it.
Fair enough. Always good to know where the boss stands.
Pretty much the world not ending.
I can get behind that. What? I told you. It's yams or nothing.
Or maybe you need a new menu.
When last we spoke, you intended to assault the cruel and the corrupt, in hopes of finding servants of Elgar'nan and Gillenane. Has your search been successful?
You could say that. It looks like both the Venatori and the Antam are working for Elgar'nan and Gillenane.
Unsurprising. The Venatori want magical secrets, and the Antam want to destroy anyone opposing their brutal expansion. Both will readily bow to anyone who promises them power.
And they're using that power to hurt a lot of people. The Antam and the Venatori both have dragons doing their bidding.
Dragons? That is worse than I had feared.
Yeah. We drove off the one the Venatori brought into Minrathous. Barely.
Have you determined how the dragons are being directed? If it is blood magic, it may be possible to disrupt their control.
The dragons were blighted. We think that's what let the gods control them.
The blight. Of course.
The blight seems to be the god's favorite tool right now. We ran into Venatori who could control Darkspawn.
Elgar'nan would not bestow such power unless the Darkspawn were to serve as the main force of his army. And I suspect Gillenane will see the Darkspawn as new subjects for her modifications.
We've already run into a few Darkspawn nobody has seen before. That's in addition to the blighted dragons.
That is the fate Elgar'nan and Gillenane planned for this world then. Corruption and blighted slavery.
Stop acting like you're so much better than they are. Your bullshit ritual would have destroyed the world just as badly.
Do you truly believe my goal was to destroy this world?
I believe your goal, like you said, was to transfer the gods to a better prison. The one you're stuck in now. And you were willing to tear down the veil and destroy this world while you did so.
The veil is a wound I cut into the Fade in a moment of desperation, while making their prison. It should not exist. I had a host of spirits ready to help when the veil fell. They would have minimized the loss of life.
Do you have any idea what you sound like? You could have actually saved the world from the Blight, but instead you chose to kill thousands of people with your vanity project.
It is not vanity. I broke this world. I am the only one who can fix it.
Spoken like a god.
I am not a god. I am as I have always been. A man, all too aware of his failings. But equally aware that if he did not act, accepting the judgment it would bring, all would be lost. They called me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
I don't care what they call me. If they're calling me anything, it means they're still alive. That's all that matters.
Acceptance. You are willing to face the consequences your actions may one day bring, because the world needs you. I believe I can work with that. If the gods are using dragons, you will wish to find someone trained to fight them. Have you unlocked the Lighthouse Illuvian?
Yes. We found the crossroads. It's still confusing, though.
I cannot help you from in here. You may need to find an expert in the magic of the Fade. And if the Darkspawn are to be Elganon's army, you will need Grey Wardens to fight them.
I've got a few of them. Their leaders don't trust me right now, though.
I have faith in you, Rook. You seem to have a knack for gaining the cooperation of your adversaries.
Solus thinks we need a dragon hunter and a Fade expert.
I wouldn't trust the Dreadwolf, but he's not wrong about us needing a dragon hunter. I've been a warden for a while. Seen some pretty awful things. But what the dragon did to Treviso? I'll never get that out of my head. Lucana stayed. Said he'd be back soon, but at least you took care of yours.
We hurt it, but didn't kill it. The dragon flew off before we could put it down.
A dragon hunter would have helped him in Rathus, that's for sure.
Then we find one. Next time a blighted dragon comes calling, it'll be the last time it comes calling.
We can't forget the second dragon in Treviso. We should see how we can help, but we're without Lucanus until he's done helping the crows. Who knows how long?
Hey, let's not get stuck in our regrets, all right?
Just so we're clear, you're taking advice from this elven god, Solus. The Solus who tried to tear down the veil? You really trust him?
Trust is such a strong word, you know?
So you don't trust him? All right then.
So a Fade expert and a dragon hunter. I'll ask around about dragon hunters and see what turns up. Come talk to me in a bit.
And I've been corresponding with someone about the lighthouse's reverberative oscillations and the resulting dimensional peculiarities. Oh, sorry. Not relevant. I'll get a message through to a Fade expert immediately.
See, Rook? Nothing to worry about.
All right. We all know what to do. Let's get going. Okay, Balara, what's your lead on getting us a Fade expert for the team?
Good evening.
Greetings.
Rook! So, we need a Fade expert. I've been writing to a senior mage who fits the part. But right now, he's on an expedition, so I reached out to his colleagues to find him. This is Lady Myrna and Vorgoth. They're necromancers. Mournwatch ones, I mean.
Your friend's request for a Fade expert was urgent. How darksome are things outside Navarra?
We've seen terrible magic. Old magic. It'll get worse unless we step up.
I see. Belara's correspondent is Professor Emmerich Volkaren, a Fade expert and powerful psychagogue.
Where can I find him?
The Professor is currently delving the shrouded halls in the Grand Necropolis. We will grant you passage to look for him. Where the dead. Lately they grow restless.
So I put the word out for dragon hunters, and I've heard back about someone who might work. It's a woman named Tosh from a group of Ravani treasure hunters called the Lords of Fortune.
Sounds promising.
An agent for the Lords said that Tosh is working on a mission for them along the Ravane coast. If we help her, she'll be free to join us and fight any blighted dragons the gods throw our way.
What do you know about what's going on in Ravane right now?
Not much more than you do. Varric and I never went there while hunting Solus. The Kunari were on pretty good terms with Ravane, but that was before the Antam military broke away from the rest of the Qun. I wouldn't be surprised if the Antam invaded Ravane like they did Treviso and Eastern Tevinter.
All right. Guess we'll be ready. Thanks for finding a contact. There can't be that many professional dragon hunters around.
Time to find out if the crossroads can get us to an alluvion in that area. We'll head out whenever you're ready.
Hey.
That looks painful. For them.
Yup.
You must be Tosh. I'm Rook. Here to help any way I can.
The Lords want to hit a cave on the coastal cliffs. Big Vinsimer makes her lair there. We get her out, the Lords get in, we go home and get drunk. Might be more on Tom. Don't get in my way.
She seems nice. So, what's the plan exactly?
We need to lure the Vinsimer out of her lair. I set bait, she comes out to eat. My partners loot the lair while she's out here. We'll find the bait on the beach.
You said the dragon we're dealing with was a Vinsimer.
Yeah, blue with a yellow belly. Breathes lightning.
Oh, one that breathes lightning? I've heard stories.
We're not fighting her. Lords just want the horde in her lair. On Tom ahead. Be ready. They go hard. Watch yourself. They have Gatlock. Shit. This is not your land. Come on. You're not bigger than me.
So, you've got no problem fighting other Kunari?
I'm from Ravane. Not like I follow the Qun.
You've got the arm ropes.
Sure. I wear a lot of stuff. You don't get to tell me who I am. Doesn't matter anyway. The Antam don't follow the Qun either. Not anymore.
So what made you want to work with us?
I don't.
I thought you wanted us here to help you.
No.
We're not fighting the dragon?
No. Vincimers eat big game, usually sea life. They're not hostile unless you do something stupid.
Like, poke around in its lair?
Right. So we lure her out, then the lords go in and grab anything shiny.
But you do kill dragons, right? You're a dragon hunter.
I kill them when they need killing. This one doesn't. All right, beach is up ahead.
Right. You said we'd find bait here?
Bait'll find us. Come on.
How is the bait gonna find us?
Look, deep stalkers! Knew they'd find us.
The deep...
Quite a few of them.
Dragons have big stomachs.
Making the rest of us look bad, Brooke. That one's big. Watch out.
That's the path leader. Take her down.
I think that's the last of them. Now what?
Now I get the fire going and make our dragon dinner. Good. She'll like it. And this potion will put her to sleep for a few hours. But we gotta get her attention. Use the horn up there. Come on, she'll be here soon.
So, we held up our end of the bargain?
You did okay. So, what do y'all do?
Right now, we're trying to take down evil god monsters and their blighted dragons.
What? That can't be right. Dragons don't get blighted. They're smart enough to avoid that crap.
However it's happening, the gods are using the blight to force dragons to attack people.
That's messed up. Somebody needs to stop them. There you go. A Tuskari.
Where are we headed?
That old Grey Warden fort. Anton might be there. I want to see what they're doing. If it's anything the Lords of Fortune need to worry about.
She responds to the horn?
This time.
You've fed her before then?
Took a while to get her used to it.
It sounds like you got her trained.
You train a dog. You reach an understanding with a dragon. Vincimers are clumsy on land, better in the water. They'd cut the surface like a knife.
They swim?
They dive down after prey like a giant bird. Sometimes they stun schools of fish with their lightning. Gulp them all down in a single bite.
That was close. Maybe too close.
Letting us know she sees us. Might also be her way of saying thanks for the food.
Someone built an entire fortress and then left it empty?
This used to be a big Grey Warden outpost. They left after the Darkspawn stopped coming.
Yep, that's the Tom.
Let's check inside the fort. I want to see what they're doing. Shit. More Tom. Not even supposed to be here. Weak dust people? I'll show you weak dust people!
So the Untom took over the outpost after the Grey Wardens abandoned it?
Yeah. Ravain and the Canary were at peace forever. Then the Untom broke away from the Qun and invaded. The Canary builders are part of a different caste. They didn't break away. So the Untom take over old forts like this instead of building their own. Grapples, nets. The Untom are going after the Vincemer.
Is that bad? She can deal with that, right?
Not after I drugged her. Come on. They've been watching. They knew I drug her to make her sleep. Assholes!
They haven't seen us yet. We can run.
Hey!
I brought her down. She's mine by right.
Makara.
Mara Namra Benari Bala! Atash Martarost! Asitarala! Kyuto!
Yunasi Bishidam.
Tarala!
Come on! So, you breathed fire.
Yeah?
But how?
Were we supposed to know this? Because I don't remember you mentioning it.
We can talk later. Let me know when you're ready. I'll bring the chains up.
As one dragon flew off, now safe to finish its nap, uninterrupted, another was about to wake up. The surviving Antam poachers carried news of a fire-breathing Kunari back to their leader. Tosh and the team would soon find themselves being hunted by the Dragon King.
Wonderfully done, Tash. While you played with the big scary dragon, we looted the shiny stuff from her cave. So, Rook, Varric's talked about you. I see he wasn't making shit up this time. They call me Isabella, among other things.
What did you find in the cave?
A lot of dragon shit, gold, some fancy trinkets, and this.
If it puts a smile on your face, that's good enough for me.
Oh, it does.
Thank you for all your efforts. This is just as I had hoped.
Rook, this is Shathan. She's our expert on Qunari artifacts.
This piece predates the Steel Age by centuries. It comes from an earlier attempt at settlement. One that left no survivors. You used your fire.
What? No.
Were you seen by the Antam? You promised you would be careful, Evatosh. You need to be away for a while. It is good you are joining Rook's team.
I'm what?
We're looking for a good dragon hunter. That would be you.
Yeah?
Our contact here said you'd agree to join us.
Didn't Shathan... I thought you and your mother had agreed on this.
Nope.
Whoops. Well, you'll work it out. You always do. For gold and glory, Tash. You're welcome back whenever. Rook, pleasure doing business with you.
Mother, what did you do?
I thought you would enjoy the chance to work with Rook's team. Do you not wish to stop these blighted dragons?
Of course I do. I might have decided to join on my own. Maybe after you talked to me.
I talked to you about not using your fire in front of the Antam. I will prepare potions for you to take. Would you prefer ginger or lavender?
The ginger.
Hassam Vinek. Rook, you will keep her safe.
Well, it must be nice to have your mother so involved in your life. Anyway, welcome to the team. Might not be what you wanted, but we could really use the help.
I'll get my stuff. Hey. It is.
Sorry?
Joining your team. It is what I wanted.
Glad to hear it.
Usually have to dodge traps and fight spiders to see this much old elven stuff. Talk to Isabella if you want to sell any of it. She'll get you a good deal.
Spoken like a veteran treasure hunter.
Yep. For gold and glory. The lords make runs no one else can. Isabella's undies would catch fire if she saw all this.
Bet you deal with a lot of nasty traps during those treasure hunts.
Yep.
What's the most complicated one you've dealt with?
Old elven armory. Had letters on tiles. Probably supposed to spell out the name of a god or something.
Probably.
I don't read elven. Found handholds in the ceiling and swung across.
That sounds more like a puzzle than a trap.
Ugh. Puzzles.
But puzzles give you a chance to test your wits. To prove you're smart enough to beat whoever designed it.
Ugh.
I ran into one while traveling with Varric. It had these 3 poles with sets of different size rings on 2 of the poles.
And you had to move the rings over to the 3rd pole? And the rings had to be sized right and crap?
Yes. You've seen it.
That thing is Vashadan.
So why do the Lords of Fortune care enough about dragons to have a dedicated dragon hunter?
Lots of great old crap ends up in dragon hordes.
Why do dragons care about gathering treasure? It's not like they go to the market.
Dragons like metals and gems. Anything glittery catches their eye.
So they're like really large magpies?
Kinda. And they live for centuries. Lots of time to gather a bunch of shiny crap. Plus all the gear carried by idiots who thought they could kill a dragon.
I'd appreciate it if you avoided fencing any of the elven artifacts unless Balara tells you it's okay.
Don't worry about that. The Lords of Fortune aren't thieves.
Most of us shadow dragons are wanted for worse than theft, but if some lords are in it for themselves...
Nah. Anything we hunt is salvage. Old forgotten ruins and crap. And we make sure we're not screwing over a culture that lost it. That's what my mother does with the Qunari stuff.
How does the Ravani Royal Guard feel about the Lords of Fortune?
They used to complain about us. But that was before the Antam invaded Ravane.
And now Ravane sees the benefits of having a bunch of heavily armed people on their side.
Same for the Pirate Armada. It's bigger than Ravane's official navy. But we're also helping save old artifacts. The Antam are burning ruins as they move south. We get artifacts out before the Antam destroy them. Magical stuff. Cultural stuff. Stuff you don't want to lose.
So, your mother appraises Qunari artifacts the Lords of Fortune find?
Yeah. She tells them how rare something is. How much it might be worth. Also tells them if they found something cultural.
Cultural?
You know, important. Stuff you don't want going to some rich noble's collection. The Lords send that stuff back to the Qunari in Parvalin. They pay the Lords a finder's fee.
Just a finder's fee?
Yep.
But the Lords at the top could be charging anything for these artifacts and you wouldn't know.
I know what happened to the last Lord who bled a contact. That's enough. The Lords are good people. They helped my mother when she came here from Kantar. She got here with nothing but me and the clothes on her back. The only skill she had was Qunari history. The Lords gave her work.
We should do this again. Grab a drink. Share our tallest tales.
Okay, I was gonna go back to Ravane later. Got a thing to do for my mother. You can come along, if you want.
Do I need to be ready for combat? Or traps?
Nah.
Alright. Just let me know when. You're up late.
You're awake to notice.
Can't sleep. I know. I'll wait to ask.
I sleep when I can get it. And this place, it's too quiet for that.
No tavern goers, no late night carts, no cats trying to claim the alley behind your house.
The Mirathus lullaby.
Okay, what works then? How do you sleep?
I don't know. Chase the right bastard through the wrong ritual? It'll knock you right out. Of course, you might wake up with a new accessory.
Did you get the bastard?
Yeah, I got him. It's not the quiet. I never could sleep once work gets in my head. But what's got you up at night?
My dreams have been less than good. Guess there's a lot on my mind.
Can't imagine why. Restlessness catches. Get one person in a room nervous, the whole place twitches. One person can't sleep. It's only getting later. Get out while you can.
All right, I'll give sleep a shot. Good night, Nev.
I'd say sweet dreams, but how's dreamless work for you?
We'll see. Carving monsters, huh? Didn't figure you for an artist.
This? It's by necessity. If you know your enemy, their weak spots, maybe you live another day.
You've got a flair for the dramatic.
Nothing scarier than the real thing.
What would he do with it?
Standard bestiaries are always some mage drawing things they've never seen, taking the piss out of it. They don't understand how when the hunt ends and you come nose to nose with an ogre, someone's going to die. So I'm making the real Monster Hunter manual.
Who are you doing it for?
Balmor, that imbecile in Teventer, lecturing on things he doesn't know about. And Ludric over in Rivain thinks taking a rock wraith down with a lucky shot makes him a champion.
You think you'd know better? It's sculpting toy monsters that makes you a champion.
That's right. You never understood. You're a funny one.
I couldn't help it.
Okay, maybe I'm taking this a little far. But if you say you're an expert, show me some expertise.
Just remember, it's spelled R-O-O-K. The hero who took down the gods.
That chapter's going to be mine.
Where's the Gloomhowler?
Can't carve it till I know what it is. You want a piece of the Howler, boy?
Is he ready?
Was I ready the first time I fought a Hurlock?
Well, you're still alive.
I got my ass handed to me. Broke 4 ribs and cracked my jaw. Then I got back up and drove a blade through its skull. In this line of work, Asan and I are only as strong as the quarry we hunt.
It's also a good way to get yourself killed. You got lucky with that Hurlock.
Hunting truffles won't sharpen Asan's talons.
It keeps him safe.
Till he meets an ogre.
Right. See you around. Did I see you writing a message to the Inquisition? What's that about?
You know, Varric and I were part of the Inquisition, right? I'm trying to get news about the South. But Charter hasn't replied to any of my messages. I'm trying not to worry about what's happening there, but... No, it's probably fine. Charter's just busy. She's always busy.
Charter. Who's that?
She's the Inquisition's spy master. Or she would be, if there was still an Inquisition. I suppose she just works for the Inquisitor now?
I haven't heard much about the Inquisition in years.
Oh, that's intentional. When the breach was open, we needed a large group to stop Southern Thedas from falling into chaos. It's changed in the years since. We're a smaller force working underground to keep an eye on things going on in the world.
Why isn't she here? We could use a hand.
Charter entrusted the search for Solus to Varric, to us. The world's large and she's got many things to deal with.
So how long were you with the Inquisition? 10 years?
Something like that. Why?
You must know the Inquisitor.
Well, yeah, we worked together. I wasn't part of the Inquisitor's inner circle, though. I spent more time with the ordinary people, the ones you didn't hear about.
So, tell me about these ordinary Inquisition members I haven't heard about.
The Inquisition hired hundreds, and most of them weren't Magisters or Ben Hasrith or the left hand of the Divine. There were scouts and stable hands, carpenters and cooks and quartermasters, even 2 dedicated pastry chefs. Most of them volunteered, like me. We wanted to help in whatever small way we could.
You help people. That's not small.
It sure felt like it sometimes. I'd sit with Rector and Faulkner and we'd watch the important people with their important business rushing by.
Rector? Faulkner?
Liliana gave all her agents pseudonyms.
Right, like Charter.
Well, Charter's Charter, but when the other 2 and I were together, we were just Lace, Wilbur, and Katya.
And the Inquisitor's advisors, what about them?
I wouldn't say I was close to any of them. The spy master, Liliana, was aloof. Commander Cullen and I were both from Ferelden, so we got along. Ugh, Ambassador Montilier is my favorite, though. She's lovely.
But you did know people from the Inquisitor's inner circle, didn't you?
I knew them, sure, but those early days, all I wanted was to prove myself and not get in anyone's way. Some of them were more approachable than others. Most of the time, I just watched them from afar. Listened to their snippets of conversation as they walked by.
Do you miss it? The Inquisition, I mean.
It's hard to miss an organization. They're only as good as their people, don't you think? But I do miss my friends. We write each other, but it's not the same. And the Inquisition is different from what we've built here. Not better or worse, just different. It's special when you're among people working toward the same goal.
Not everyone. There was Solus. What did you really think of him back then?
Lonely. He always seemed lonely. It's hard not to be when you hold yourself above everyone else.
You mean it's hard not to be lonely when you're a pompous ass?
Something like that.
You can say it, you know, try it out. Solus is a pompous ass.
Maybe he is, but I can still feel sorry for him, can't I? Anyway, I'm sure something out there's on fire, and here I am rambling about the past. I should let you go. Talk later?